Hey friends, this is Angie here with Too Cool Stamping. We're here for another live class. This time we're featuring a really cool holiday set called Decorative Trees. And we're going to be featuring the stamp set, Decorative Trees, and then also the awesome dies. There are so many options for this, so much mix and match and layering possibilities for this. You're going to absolutely love this class. Now, I wanted to tell you right up front, I'm really hoping that you might already have this bundle because at the moment it is sold out. And I was very sad that I had scheduled this class and then I found out earlier this week that the dies were sold out. They are coming back, but not until December 2nd. So I will be keeping my host code open until they do come back. However, you can order at any time and just order other products to earn the kit, and then you can also and then just place an order when these come back into stock. You can get the stamp set right away, but it's the dies that really make this bundle special. So again, these are currently out of stock. They're coming back December 2nd. I am so very sorry. It's just one thing to kind of keep in mind right now with Stampin' Up! Products. Things come and go often, and now that they no longer have back orders, when you see a bundle or a product, any product that you like, get it while you can, because you never know when it's going to sell out. Sometimes if it's an online exclusive, it may not be coming back. So, but if it's this is from the mini catalog, so it is coming back, but not until December 2nd. So get it while you can. Is just kind of a motto right now to have. But if you can, place an order to qualify for the free kit. The host code for this kit is TJCVNUXY. You just need a $45 minimum order. You can go to toocoolstamping.com and click on the Shop Now link for that. Buy some other products now to qualify for the class. As I mentioned, I will keep the host code open so that when these come back in stock, you can order at that time. Either way, it doesn't matter. So that's what we're going to feature today, and I'll mention that again. Before we get going with the class, I did want to just give you a couple of updates of some things because there's lots of new products available this week. So this is, what are we at November 8th of 2024. So if you're watching this not on the live date, just to let you know, but there are some new online exclusives that you can find now at the Stampin' Up! Website. You can go to toocoolstamping.com and click on Shop Now. The utterly adorable suite is just so cute. Really cute imagery, really fun paper, some really cool ribbon that's kind of like a thread, like a satiny thread, really fun. Also, brand new, and these are online exclusive, so not in any catalog. There is a new Marbled Elegance suite, so they already have kind of a little preview of some Valentine's products. Beautiful, looks like an acrylic pour. That's and the papers are just really awesome. They have gold foil. There's some gold thread in there, and then a bunch of hearts. I'll give you if you go to toocoolstamping.com, you can see a little bit more about it. You can click on the Shop Now link, but here is some of the dies that go with that. So you're going to have a whole coordination of hearts, and then there's also some other products. This is just a little teaser of a Happy Hibiscus bundle. There's the gold thread. There's some really cute bags that they're stampable and they're food safe, perfect for not only the holidays, but for Valentine's Days, and some cute little flat hearts. And so go there, see, there's just all kinds of stuff. That's just a little tiny sampling of what they have available with the new releases just out for online exclusives. Also, every month there's 2 new kits. I wanted to introduce you to those. And you can go to toocoolstamping.com and click on the link to purchase those. Nature's Paintings is the first one, and this one a little different than normal. You're not going to have a completed card or project, but it is a bunch of coloring pages, and then you get watercolor pencils and an aqua painter, a water painter to go with that so that you can color these beautiful images, and they give you some tips on that, and then you can use them on your own card projects or scrapbook pages, whatever you want. Then the other kit for November is the Layered Landscapes kit. And this is super, super cute. We've had another kit similar to this where you have 4 different frames, and before it was like potted plants, I think. These are beautiful layered scenes. So this is just one little sneak peek. You can go to toocoolstamping.com, click on the link there to get more information and to purchase if you're interested. Again, those are things just released for November 8th of 2024. Okay, let's get on with our class. This is super fun. Again, we're going to be using the Decorative Trees Bundle. You can find that in your mini catalog on page 42 and also at toocoolstamping.com. We talked about the stamp set that we're going to be using. Lots of sentiments that go with that. A basic tree, a little tree pattern, some ornaments, stars, lots of fun little things to decorate your trees. But this is the definite thing that you want. This is the must-have. All these really cool little intricate layers of trees that you can use with glimmer paper like we're going to tonight. You can layer with designer series paper, cardstock, however you want to. Foils look beautiful. Just lots of ways that you can use those. So I'll show you. There were so many different things that I could have done for this class, and I just had to pick, just a few. So you're only going to see a limited amount of projects that you can really do with this set. There's just a lot of variation. Plus, the thing I really love about it is you can go, all of these things are kind of whimsical, but you can go very elegant too. So you'll see some of that with the cards that we're going to do tonight. So the other thing we're going to use is the Take A Bow designer series paper. This is 6x6 pack of 48 sheets. You're going to have 12 each of 4 different double-sided sheets. So here's 6 of one side and 6 of another side. All of the just basic Christmassy colors and fun festive prints, dots and snowflakes. You got some plaids and some kind of snow look in the background, candy cane and holly leaves, some polka dots that look kind of like snow, and then some beautiful striped, just really, really nice prints for all kinds of holiday projects. This is meant to go with the Take A Bow bundle. I don't know if that's even what it's called, but it's a bundle that has all of the dies to create an actual bow. So check that out. That's in our catalog as well and online. Then we're also going to be doing some layering with the Festive Glimmer Paper. This is real red and garden green and granny apple green, and you get 2 of each in 12x12 sheets in the pack. So you get lots and lots of glimmer, and it layers beautifully with these trees. So that's another product we'll be using tonight. And a couple other things. We use this for our last class, the Snowy Wonder class. The little snowflakes, loose snowflakes, and of course maybe some candy cane baker's twine, the real red and white baker's twine. So we'll be using that, plus many other things. So let's go ahead and get started. If you did happen to go to my blog today, I did a sneak peek of the very first card. So we'll be working on that first. And I like to branch out. If you know me, I like to branch out with the colors. So even though the main colors in the paper are real red and granny apple green and garden green, I'm starting with a soft sea foam because I was trying to find some other colors to kind of branch out to use with those colors. So it wasn't just, really Christmassy. This is kind of a soft, wintry look. So I have soft sea foam. We have a soft sea foam piece here that I've already pre-embossed. And for this one, I'm using the Snowflake Sky embossing folder. So that's this one. And we're going to go ahead and attach that with some seal. just give a nice little textured background. Next, we have just a skinny little piece here of, and I don't think I told you the dimensions. It's just the traditional 5 1/4 by 4 for that layer, and then we have 5 1/4 by 3/4 or 3/4. And we'll put that right across the bottom here. I'm going to go up just a tiny bit. There we go. All right. Next, let's do a little bit of stamping. I'm going to bring my piercing mat over so we can stamp on that. And I have a piece here of the soft sea foam. This one is 2 1/2 by 3 1/2. And I'll start with my Christmas tree design here with some soft sea foam. I just want a little background. And hold on a second, I'm going to stamp off the edge of that a little bit. So I'm going to put a piece of paper here over my piercing mat so that I don't get my piercing mat dirty. So soft sea foam, and we'll do one over here, and we'll do another one a little bit lower on this side. We'll layer this on a on a basic white, and this one's going to be 2 5/8 by 3 5/8, just a nice little mat. And we'll layer that on the card front as well with some seal. If you wanted to, you could pop this up. I just don't want to, I have another layer to pop up, so I don't want to have it get too popped up for the post office. They don't like it too popped up. So there's our background. Next, I have a die cut, just a plain basic white die cut. And then I use that Festive Glimmer Paper in the Granny Apple Green with one of the die cuts. And look at that. I just absolutely adore that sparkle, skinny, curly, little whimsical look of a tree on there. We're going to use some liquid glue, multi-purpose liquid glue, and you just need a little dab. So let me get this going here. There we go. Just little tiny dabs at all of the intersections here, and some little tiny dabs on the edges to keep those down. Woo! Uh-oh, stuck. I'm trying not to get it on my fingers. I have a love-hate relationship with glue. I don't know about you, but so just a little tiny dab. And then we'll put it right on that white. So this is a card that's kind of wintry looking. It's a little bit whimsical, but a little bit elegant. And I see my little tree trunk is a little curvy. That's okay. Trees don't grow straight, do they, every time? So let's pop that up with some dimensionals. And we'll put that right in the center here. And we're going to finish up with a little sentiment. I have a little piece of basic white. This is 2 by 1. And we'll stamp a sentiment in Granny Apple Green. And this is also from the Decorative Trees stamp set. And I'm going to put that, just going to tuck it right under where I had my focal point. Just stick it right under there. And we're going to finish up with a couple of rhinestones. I felt like rhinestones really went so well with this if we color them in a little bit with some Stampin' Blends markers. So I have a dark Granny Apple Green here. I'm going to use the fine tip end, and you just want to gently color, just gently around. So a couple of these, and I'm going to put that right up here. So I don't know if you can hear this, but I actually have a beep going on in the background, and which is kind of crazy that it's going off right now. It's my sump pump battery telling me that it needs some attention. I need to shut that off because I don't know if it's disturbing you, but it's really loud on my end and it's bothering me. So if you can hold on for 1 second, I'm gonna go shut that off. It's pretty close. Hold on. Okay, I apologize for that. My studio is right here next to the furnace room, and for whatever reason that needed to go off right now. Always some little distraction, right? All right, next card. This one we're going to start with the Granny Apple Green card base, and it's going to be a fun fold. And let me give you the measurements on that card base. So this one is 7 by 5.5, and it's scored at 2 3/4. So just kind of shortened on the edge there. The background of the front is just going to be a real red panel. This is 2 1/2 by 5 1/4. All right, next I have a piece of basic white, and this is 3 1/8 by 4 3/4. And I'm going to add 3 little pieces of designer series paper to that. So they're different patterns here. Let me give you the measurements of these. I just absolutely love this paper. So festive and fun. All of these are going to be 3 inches wide. This one is 1 3/4. This is 1 1/4, and this is 1 1/2, I believe. Yep. So we'll use our, and when you get your kit, you could use the opposite side if you want to. Make whatever paper pattern you like best. Let's do this one first. Just makes a nice little fun background. And then this one in the center. So just a little bit of white spacing in between each pattern. And then we're going to add this to the front of this card. And I'm going to center it on both sides, but I don't want to get my adhesive all over the whole back. So I'm going to go like this, flip it over. And again, if you wanted to use some dimensionals, you could do that. But I'm just using some seal just so that it doesn't stand up too high. So there is our fun fold card. Now let's decorate a little bit. I've already done, it's so easy with the dies. I'm going to start with, can't even hardly see it, with the red glimmer paper, the Festive Glimmer Paper. And then I have a garden green plaid die cut, so cute. And we're just going to put that on with a little bit of that liquid glue, just little dabs. It's not going to want to help me out today. Hold on. It was just working with the other card, but why would it continue? Let's try a different one. It's camera shy, that's all. So I'm just going to put a little bit of little dabs here and there. And because this is going on some glimmer paper, you're going to need to hold it in place a little bit longer than you might usually. I'm going to put this down just in case I don't get it on exactly. I don't want it to get on my piercing mat. There we go. So you're going to want to hold that on there so that it gets nice and tacky and sticks very well. So while we're waiting for that to dry, and I did notice there were a couple of places here that I forgot to poke out. So when you get your die, you're going to get that in your kit already die cut, but remember to poke out your little holes here if you're a little perfectionist like myself. All right, next we're going to stamp a little sentiment, and it's going to be in real red. And this is just a scrap paper. And then we're going to cut that out with our super sharp paper snips. These are the best scissors for cutting. I love, love, love them. They cut right to the tip, so you can get in all the nooks and crannies, all the detailed areas. I'm going to cut all the way around that. I did that ahead of time so I could save a little time, so I have that ready to go. Then let's pop this up with some dimensionals. And we'll put that, let's put that about right here. I have one little die cut granny apple green star, and I'm going to put that on with a glue dot. So I'll just put a glue dot, put it right on the glue dot, pop it off, and add that to the top of my tree. Super cute. Also, we want to add our Oh Christmas tree, and I'm using some mini dimensionals for this one because it's a little bit smaller. Oops. There we go. It's going to fit right in there at the bottom. Just kind of tucks right in there. And then to finish it off, we're going to use those little tiny loose snowflakes. So I'm going to put a couple of on here just to show you. You're going to get several in your kit so that you can just kind of go wild. So there's two sizes of snowflakes, big and little, large and small. And again, same as the other one. Once you put it on there, you're going to need to let it sit and let the adhesive take a little bit. You don't need a lot of adhesive, but you do need to let it sit for a little tiny bit and let it get sticky and cure. And once you get that done, add a few more of the little ones, and there is your finished card. And then you'll have an inside piece that you can write on. So super cute. So that is our second card. All right. Next up, we have, as I said before, I'm trying to get some different greens in here. And I really thought that there was one of the patterns that looked like it had kind of a shaded spruce look. So this one is a traditional 5.5 by 8.5 scored at 4 1/4 shaded spruce. We're going to do horizontal this time. I have a piece here of real red, and it's already pre-embossed with the So Swirly embossing folder. You can see that. And that kind of gives, it kind of looks like a blizzard happening. I love that. So this is 5 by 3 3/4. We'll add that to our card front with some seal. And then this is the Take A Bow paper. Maybe it's Take A Bow, but it's designed for bow making. So, but I thought this dark garden green almost looked like shaded spruce. So I just thought I was going to go for it and try to see how well it looked together. And I thought it went together pretty well. So we'll add this little dotted pattern along the edge. And then I have a die cut here from the Deckled Circles dies, and it's just the basic white. That's going to create a little foundation for our focal point. And I selected this because it kind of looks like a snowball. The edges are all deckled. It just gave me kind of a snowball festive feel there, wintry feel. And then I wanted to add some trees. So we're going to do 2 trees this time. I've already pre-die cut a shaded spruce. And then I also used the garden green glimmer paper, the Festive Glimmer Paper. And we're going to fight with that. I see I have a couple pieces here that I need to take out. So make sure you pop all your pieces out. They might not all be out when you get your kit. And then a little bit of adhesive on the intersections. And even though it's garden green, it looks really nice on this shaded spruce. I like how that looks. I got a little bit too much glue, as you can see. That will dry. But it works a lot better if you just have a little tiny bit of a dab. You can see the glue in the camera more than you can see all of the pretty. I don't know if there we go. Now you can see how it glistens. I just love that look. So I'm going to set this aside right now. I have another tree that I've already pretty much done all of the work on. This is a granny apple green tree. I stamped one of the other sentiments, and I love this one because it's meant to go on the inside of the tree, just like that. So you can use it in a circle or another shape, but it looks so nice inside of a tree. And then I used the granny apple green Festive Glimmer Paper to die cut some of these garland pieces. So you'll get 4 die cuts of garland. This one is a little bit too long, so I wanted to show you. After you put that on there, you're going to need to cut it off a little bit to make it fit. But I thought that looked really nice as well. So we'll start putting some dimensionals on the backs of these. And I'm going to do this up here so I can keep the glue out of my work area because it's just not quite dry. I can see that. Just a little dab will do you, right? Wink, wink to my older stampers. All right, let's put this one. Whoops. I hit my head on the camera. I'm okay. I only put dimensionals right down the center because I knew I was going to overlap this a little bit with this tree. And I'll put it down here. Then we're going to finish up with some rhinestones again. This time we're going to color them with real red, dark real red. And I'll use 3 of those. So give me a couple of the small, again, just really lightly. You don't need to use a heavy touch. If you do a lot of coloring of these rhinestones, it does tend to fray your nib a little bit, so just a really light touch is all you need. And we'll do one of the medium size. Your kit, you'll either get a medium size or a large with 2 small ones. And then we'll just add those as well. Couple here and one on this side, and there you go. There is your 3rd card. Love that one. So festive and fun. All right. For our 4th card, we are going to start with a Night of Navy, and this is a traditional card base. So 5.5 by 8.5 scored at 4 1/4. This one will be a vertical card, and I'm going to start with, the background is basic white. This is 4 by 5 1/4, and it's already pre-embossed with the Forever Plaid embossing folder. I'm going to add a piece of Pretty Peacock. This is 4 by 2. So this one does not use any of the paper, but I just couldn't resist doing at least one of my trees in a completely different blue kind of color combination, because it just seemed like I had to. It's wintry. So there is those 2 layers. I'm going to add some ribbon. So if you're putting your card together, make sure that you add the ribbon before you add it to your card front, your card base. So this is the silver edged sheer ribbon. I think it's currently not available. It's been very popular, but it's very fun and perfect for wintry cards with all the shimmer and white. So I'm going to put this clear on the edge like so, and then we'll add this to the card front. All right, now that's a really cool background. So for our focal point, we have a couple of pieces here. I have a piece of Night of Navy. This is 3 by 4. Then I have a piece of basic white, and this is a 2 3/4 by 3 3/4. And I've already cut this out. Now what I did was, let me get my dies. You could, if you were making this at home, you could cut this out with the basic, just the outline that I've been using to cut out the full-size trees, or you can do it in one pass, and you're going to use the snowflake one. You'll cut that out of your paper first. This is if you, your card kit's going to have this all already done for you, but if you're doing this at home without my card kit, you'll have your piece of white paper. You're going to run it through just one time, and that will give you the outline here as well as your inside snowflake piece. We have a few pieces we need to pop out here. I just love these intricate die cut pieces. So you can just do that all in one pass. Then you'll run this part through with the Snowflake Sky embossing folder, which I've already done. So you'll have all of this already done for you. So first I'm going to put this down on my Night of Navy piece. And we're going to make the tree a little special. If you wanted to, you could just set that right inside. This would be just a fun look, just the way it is. So pretty. But I wanted to do something a little bit special. So I'll show you that in a minute. First, I'm going to pop that up with my dimensionals that I can't seem to find. Here's some other ones. And then for the tree, we're going to do a different, whoops, oh, don't stick, don't stick, shoo. All right, we're going to put this right here. And man, this would just be so pretty, just like this. But let's go a little, one step further here. And I've already have a die cut Lost Lagoon really goes so nicely with the pretty peacock color. And then we're going to stamp that. I need to clean my stamp off. We're going to use that same tree stamp. So I'm using my Simply Chamois that I got with my glass mat. And I'm going to bring my piercing mat. There's my dimensionals that I couldn't find. I'm going to bring my piercing mat over and then stamp that in Night of Navy on top of the Lost Lagoon, just to give it a little extra detail, a little other texture and dimension on the card. So I love the look of that. There's so many ways that you can just stamp or layer, so many different intricate things. All right, then we're going to put this over the top and pop it up with some dimensionals. I'm going to save a little tiny bit of time and show you my finished card. So you can see here where I've already popped it up and layered that really pretty intricate snowflake tree die cut. And then I finished up by adding some of the Drusy gems on there. They're silver and gold. These kind of almost look like a champagne. I love them. They look so pretty on the tree, just to give it a little extra sparkle. I finished up with a little sentiment that is just stamped on the white. And much like the first card, I just stamped on the edge and then tucked in under my tree. So if you need to cut it off, maybe even if it's too long, I tucked that in and then I just made it flush. So I love how that turned out. So, so pretty. Okay, we have one more card. Let me get some of these things out of the way. And the last card starts with some Coastal Cabana, and somehow I got some ink on there just now. It's because I have ink on my thumb. But it starts with a Coastal Cabana card base, 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4 1/4. Let's see, we have a piece of basic white. This is 4 1/4 by 2, and it's already embossed with that So Swirly. And we're going to make a little snowbank with that. So just cut, you're going to cut on your own and make a little snowbank at the bottom of your card. So we'll put that at the bottom. All right, next, kind of the same thing that we just did on the previous card. I have a piece here of Pool Party. I did that same outline, only this time I just used the basic outline, tree outline, not any intricate tree. This piece of Pool Party is 3 1/4 by 4, and once again I embossed with that snowflake sky embossing folder. I love that. I just thought it looked so nice with the trees. We're going to layer that this time on shaded spruce. This is 3 3/8 by 4 1/8. So we'll layer that and we're going to pop it up. So we'll use some dimensionals. So you're going to have kind of the same look, only this time we're going to have a recessed window happening. So we want to have lots of dimensionals so we don't have any parts of it sagging. All right. Get all the backings of this off. So again, another kind of a, it's not a traditional color combination that goes with this paper, but we are going to use that paper. One more. All right. Center that on our shaded spruce. And then I pre-cut with that same tree die, the designer series paper. If you wanted to, you could use this side, but I really loved that candy cane look. So it's a candy cane tree. It's a little non-traditional, but it's festive and fun. And for this one, I'm going to use some seal, and this is the one that's going to be recessed. So I'm going to put that right down in the window and push that down. Make sure that it goes down in there. I have it overlapping the edge just a tiny bit, so we're going to fix that. There we go. And then we'll add this whole layer to our card front. So this is super fast, super cute. I have a little garden green Festive Glimmer star. We'll add that with a glue dot. Couple glue dots actually. We'll put them right on the edge. So 1 and then 2. There we go. Put that right on the top. And let's do a sentiment. There's 5 sentiments in there. We've used all of them with this last card. So I have shaded spruce, and the last sentiment is may your days be merry. There you go. And we'll just add that with a little bit of seal. Whoops, I didn't want seal. I wanted seal, but only on the edges. That's going to stick. So put seal on it, but only on the edges, the 2 ends, not in the middle, because that is going to make it stick. So I'm going to do something that I didn't intend to do, but I'm going to take one of these little, just to save my card, so it doesn't stick. I'm going to take one of these little mini dimensionals. Here's a little trick. And you can use your take your pick tool, or if you have a piercing tool like I do. That way it's not going to accidentally get stuck since I put seal in the end of it, the middle of it. Okay, and we'll finish it off with some of that baker's twine that is the red and white stripe that looks like a candy cane. So cute. And we'll do that with another glue dot. And this time we're going to pinch it together so that it goes underneath that, the knot. And I do pre-do your bows, so you don't have to worry about tying anything. You're welcome. And we'll add that right under there. And to finish it off, we'll add a whole bunch of rhinestones. So you can see the basic rhinestones, sparkly, sparkly. So just a kind of a simple, sweet little finish to our cards. All right, that's the last one for this Decorative Trees class. Let me get all of the cards back out so you can see what the class will have in it. So we have all of these to share with you. Hopefully you can see all of those. And remember that you can earn a free class kit when you place an order with me. Just go to toocoolstamping.com, click on the Shop Now link, place an order of $45 or more, and make sure to use the host code on the last checkout page, TJCVNUXY, and that will get you a free kit. Now, I'm going to have a closing, I can't remember what the closing date is, but for the first round to go out, but I will keep it open. Like I said, the Decorative Trees Dies are currently not available. They are temporarily sold out. They will be back in stock on December 2nd, 2024. So mark your calendars if you want it and you don't have it yet, so that you can get that on order as soon as it comes back in. But I will hold my host code open until then, so that you can still get the kit if you don't already have it. Or if you want to place an order ahead of time, buy some other things, you already have your kit coming, and then you can place another order once that those dies come in. Some of you I know have already told me you're excited about this class because you already have the bundle, which is great, and you're ready to go. Okay, if you have any questions, let me know. Just direct message me. Otherwise, you can find out all the information about this Decorative Trees class on my blog site, toocoolstamping.com. Again, that's where you can go to purchase the supplies as well. Thank you so much. I'm like, I have little dimensionals on every one of these as I'm looking at them. So funny. They go everywhere, don't they? So thank you so much for joining me. I hope you really enjoyed this class. It was so fun. Hey, you know what? Before we leave, if you want to hold on for 1 second, I wanted to show you a couple other things. I did not even get close to using all the different pieces and parts to this class. Here's another one of the die cuts. It has little holes in it, so it kind of looks like it's snowy, or little ornaments. You could put layers of sparkly paper back in the underneath it to make it look like ornaments. Super fun. Here's another one, another pattern. Again, just super fun. There was too many to even to use. I would have had to make 15 cards just to use all this stuff. Here's another one, kind of like the snowflake, only it's holly leaves. And then I'll show you my little gift. Every month I do a class with my team, and we're doing the Decorative Trees class for our make and takes, and also I give them a little gift that I made. So I made this little, it's just a little notepad. You can make your little Christmas list on it, but it has the garden green background. I used gold foil for the little curly Q die cut, some of the cherry cobbler with the gold satin ribbon with the gold. Oh my gosh, it's so pretty. I love it. It might even be sold out again. It's one of those things just like the peppermints that it keeps selling out and selling out. So when you see it, get it. And then just some more rhinestones that are decorated, colored with the real red Stampin' Blends markers. And I just put a little red on the back. So super cute. I bought these on Amazon if you're interested. They're easy to find. Fun little gift, little stocking stuffer, a little table favor for your holiday parties. And you could decorate it with anything. I just love them. Anyway, thanks again for joining me. I hope you've had fun, and we'll see you again next time at the next live class. Thanks so much. This is Angie with toocoolstamping.com. Bye-bye.